Hello, good viewers, and welcome back to more of The Beast Within, a Gabriel Knight mystery. As you can see here, I made a bit of a boo-boo. I have LP2. Where did LP2 come from? LP2 came from this video as I recorded, a video, and then I derped and had my microphone on mute yet again. Because that's kind of what I do. So, I'm going to go back through, we should be able to kind of get through some of this stuff quickly. Giving you an idea as to what's going on here. So, my first instincts were to continue to look around here, and... So, we got some hair.
Something's been here.
We can take a look at the hair. Very good, Gabriel. Something has been here, indeed.
Just looks like reddish hair to me.
Oops. Oh.
Just looks like reddish hair to me. I'm gonna need help analyzing it.
I do also apologize for some of the delays in videos lately. To be honest with you, I've been kind of busy. I don't know, I haven't felt the LPing bug nipping at me, so to speak. And I think that's a real critical mistake that some people can make, is you really do need to be in just a great, fired up mood to be recording. Because if you are a little bit down or something like that, it really starts to reflect in the commentary. I've definitely done that before. And so I figure, even if there's a delay in the videos, it's better to get some of my best work, so to speak, than, Grumpy Golf, who's bitching at everything like a whiny little child. So, I believe the only other thing was there anything with this cross?
I take it the Hubers are Catholic.
No, just that the Hubers are Catholic. Okay, beautiful. This actually really annoyed me for a while. I could not figure out how the hell to get out of here. Then, oh, wait.
Herr Knight, the keys for the car are by the door. It is better not to drive inside Munich. Drive Road 96 to Lochem. Park the car and take the U-Bahn from there. Thank you for helping us. Frau Huber.
Frau Huber. So, are by the door. Right. No, exit. No, Gabriel. Oh, goddamn Gabriel. So, even this, now that I'm looking at it, it is painfully obvious what it is. That, by the way, is a key. Yeah, that is a key. I pretty much had the exact same reaction as Gabriel did.
Who should I call?
Nobody. You know what, I want to make sure
I already wrote one letter to Gracie. Don't want...
Okay. And then I think this was the only other... I think I even already read this, but I wanted to make sure, because I know this does come up.
I can't read much of it, but they give the name of the zoo. It's in Thalkirchen. The name of the detective on the case is Liebe, from the police station near Prinzre Gentenplatz.
So, a lot of this stuff is stuff that I've already kind of gone through a little bit, but we should be able to get to some new content in this time frame.
I was hoping for a Mercedes, but this'll have to do.
Take key, use key with car. If you're watching this chronologically, or, as I upload it, I do hope that all of you had a fantastic Christmas and New Year's. I had a great time. Had a little bit of family troubles with my brother-in-law, who, that's a long story. But, Ed, slash Kalash, as some of you may know, let me fix my mic there, as some of you may know from my, Dragon Age, oh, well, let's...
Ja? Kann ich Ihnen behilflich sein?
Guten Tag. Do you speak English?
Nein, ich spreche kein Englisch. Was möchten Sie bitte?
Great. Liebe. Criminal Commissar Lieber. Is he here?
Is he here?
Kommissar Leber, wer möchte mit ihm sprechen? Wen? Sie sind?
Sie. Me. Oh.
Ja.
Oh. Right. Writer. You know, books.
Pokey
me.
things.
No, books.
Ja.
Me.
Kommissar Leber, bitte. Kann hier kommen? Tut mir leid. Kommissar Leber ist zu beschäftigt. Hat absolut keine Zeit. Nein, kann Sie leider nicht sehen. Ist zu beschäftigt. Auf Wiedersehen. Auf Wiedersehen, mein Herr. Die Tür.
Right. Thanks. Bitte.
Nein, gut. Germaniano Deutsch. But Ed, as I was saying, had got for me for Christmas something extremely awesome. Little hand crossbow, which was kind of cool. Not anything super powerful, just a neat little thing for some target practice stuff. A throwing knife set, which was kind of cool. Actually, they're not really throwing knives; they're more the little darts. We had that argument of whether they were shurikens or not, with but it was kind of cool, and a little guide for them, and then a credit card sized lock picking set, which is kind of cool, and a little book to go with that. So it was neat. That wolf does not look to be on the ground at all. It looks horrible. Oh god. See, you have to love these types of games, though. You really do, because this is where, like, all of today's games come from. This is the grandfather that, you know, even if he doesn't work so well anymore, even if he, you know, maybe isn't visually appealing anymore, may have some funny quirks to him, you have to love him because he still probably has some great stories, right? Now I just gotta wait around for this dude. Well, here you can see this scene, which is pretty funny.
Here, Wolf. Come on, boy. Here, Wolfie. Come on. Come on, Wolfie, Wolfie. Come on. Come on. Get the heck over here, will ya?
It didn't work. I actually didn't try this. You know a little hair? No. Hair did not, take the dagger out in here. Stab the wolfie. No, stab the wolfie. And see, I don't know if this is going to be a problem. I can't seem to access the rest of my inventory. I actually didn't notice that wolf over there. Is he going to do the same thing?
Here, Wolf. Come on, Wolf. Come on. Come on. It's like that, is it?
Fantastic. I don't think there's any others. I think that's it. And a tree. Alright. And now I just gotta chill around for a second. I think. That dude's supposed to come. Oh, fuck. No. Gabriel.
Canis lupus lupus. European wolf.
Canis lupus lupus.
I'm not sure what it says, but it's not the exit. Exit is Ozgang. It's one of the few words I do know.
Where is this dude? I thought he came by with a cart when I played before. Didn't he? I know he does.
That must be the entrance to the wolf habitat.
Yeah, because I can't... There he is! Hi! Give you a free signed copy of my book, if you talk to me. Hallo? Guten Tag? Sprechen die English?
Excuse me, do you speak English?
Yes?
Great. Mind if I ask you some questions?
Yeah, okay.
Alright. Tell me, bitches.
Have you worked here long?
Thomas,
Thomas.
almost 1 whole year.
Oh
A
boy.
Wow. I noticed you were pretty calm walking in that kennel. Guess wild animals don't bother you, huh?
The wolves, they are lazy during the day.
Oh.
Gabriel's like flirting with him. Oh. Yeah.
So you carry a walkie-talkie.
The zoo is big.
Who normally gives you your instructions over that thing?
Kitchen, sometimes the health unit. For something really important, Dr. Klingman himself will call me.
Dr. Klingman.
If you notice a bit of a sound desync, folks, with their mouth to the words, that's actually the game itself. That's not the YouTube video or my recording or anything. It's older games.
Who's this Dr. Klingman you mentioned?
Dr. Klingman is in charge of the mammal division.
So I should speak to him about seeing the wolves up close.
You can try, but he won't let you.
Perhaps. Where could I find him?
In the administration area.
Thanks.
Yeah. Hey. Wolves.
These wolves are fascinating, aren't they? I tried calling one over, but they weren't too obliging.
Yeah, some people try that all day.
Is there any chance you could take me inside the kennel? I'd really like to see one of the wolves up close, kind of a research thing.
No way. No one will enter the kennel without authorization.
Give you $20.
I suppose you were around when those wolves escaped.
Yeah.
No, I don't work at night.
But you must have been here the next day, right? That people were pretty upset, what, with the police and everything?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that day was super crazy.
Can you tell me about it?
No.
Tell you what,
So, how'd the wolves escape, anyway?
well, Dr. Klingman says the gate was left open after the night feeding.
What do you think?
The gate is heavy, it shuts itself. Maybe something was in the way, maybe a rock, I don't know. I'm only glad it was not me there. The boy who works that night has been, you know.
Oh, fired.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about these killings? Pretty scary, huh? Do you ever think those two wolves could do something like this?
I don't believe it is possible. Hilda and Parzival were fine with me, just like all the other wolves. Hilda, she liked to play. She was so young still.
She did. What did the two missing wolves look like, anyway?
Hilda was pretty. She had much white on her chest. And Parzival, he was bigger, thicker, more in the chest. He was 5 or 6 years old, maybe. Much darker than Hilda.
Dark. Dark what?
Dark gray. Both were gray. And most of the wolves here are. Hilda was light, but they get darker when they get older.
Is that right?
I see.
Hey, thank you for your time.
Whatever.
Whatever. Jackos. It's like looking at me with a little creepy eye. Like, what the hell's wrong with this dude? Seriously. Can you... No? How about that? Apparently not. Alright. So we're gonna go see if we can talk to Herr Klingon. Klingon?
Kommen Sie. Kann ich Ihnen helfen?
I'm afraid my German isn't very good. My name's Gabriel Knight. I'm an American novelist.
What can I do for you, Mr. Knight?
I'm researching a new book, and I hear you're the expert in these parts. Could you spare a moment?
No.
Please, sit down.
Thank you.
Gabriel's just so, like, I don't know. He's just like goofy.
Could I ask you some questions?
Yes.
Thanks. You don't mind if I record this, do you?
That's fine.
All right. Mr. Klingon, tell me about yourself.
So, you're in charge of the zoo's mammal divisions.
Yes.
What kind of training do you need for that, Doc?
I realize you Americans hate titles, but people refer to me as Herr Dr. Klingman here. Herr Doctor will also do.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
I have a doctorate from Heidelberg University. My field is animal behaviorist.
Fascinating. I see you're particularly interested in wolves.
Yes, I'm quite well known for my wolf research.
You must have been horrified when 2 of your wolves escaped then.
Yes, it has been very unsettling.
Research.
What kind of wolf research do you do, Herr Doctor?
I study wolf society here and in the wild.
Any insights?
Only that there is a purity to nature which human society lacks.
Meaning?
Life, reproduction, death. In nature there's a purpose to it, even if that purpose isn't pretty. We humans have forgotten our purpose.
We have.
Yes. Does a male lion say to the female, "I'm sorry, but I'm afraid to make a commitment"? Does a female wolf run off and leave her offspring to the male because she wants to mate with another wolf? Do hyenas need psychotherapy because they are guilty about their thieving nature?
You have a point.
Which I'm afraid I have overstated.
Not at all. Do your fellow scientists share your views?
No.
Not often, no. Fortunately, I have found others who do.
That was kind of creepy. He's the type of guy that, like, in college, he had a major issue. He would always go up to the girls, sniff their asses, and then they'd slap him, and he'd say, you know, it's a natural thing, but... Moving on.
I was speaking with one of your boys out front, Greg, was it?
Tomas.
Well, there's no Greg on staff here. Do you mean Thomas?
Thomas, right. Anyway, he's the one that said to talk to you. Because I was wondering if there was any way I could get a closer look at one of the wolves for research.
I'm afraid this is not possible. We don't show our wolves to anyone. We must protect what privacy the creatures have.
Really? Well, gosh. Guess that's that. Do you mind if we talk briefly about the missing wolves?
Is this relevant to your book?
Oh, yeah. You see, wolves are major characters in my new novel, and this case is quite unusual, isn't it?
I suppose it is. Very well. Actually, I know very little about the case, but I will tell you what I can.
Appreciate it. How long have the wolves been missing?
It's been about 2 months.
Jeez. Whew, that's a while, isn't it? It's strange the police haven't seen hide nor hair of them, so to speak.
Believe me, your sentiment is shared by the German public.
Yeah.
Do you think the zoo wolves are responsible for the mutilation killings?
That is yet to be proven.
Because I've been wondering, what else could it be? Wild wolves, maybe?
Unfortunately, there are very few wild wolves left in Germany. Most were killed off by hunters decades ago.
Most.
What about
A
werewolves?
few remain in the Alps. But so close to a city like Munich, it's highly unlikely.
Any other suggestions?
I'm afraid I'm as confused as anyone, Mr. Knight.
What I don't see is why wolves, if the killers are wolves, why wolves would attack humans.
Wolves are predators. Most carnivores are potential man-eaters, given hunger enough and opportunity.
But weren't the zoo wolves raised among humans?
Yes. And therefore, they are not afraid of us.
I suppose. How does a wolf choose its victims?
Have you ever heard of the language of death?
No.
You may have heard that wolves often choose the young, the old, or the sick as prey. Until recently, many thought this was some sort of natural selection going on, survival of the fittest. But now some of us are finding it is much more complicated than that. We have observed, for example, wolves surround a sick moose cow. The creature was helpless, yet she stood up and glared back at her would-be killers. The wolves dispersed. Or a healthy bull who ran off alone when he sensed wolves, making himself an easy target for no apparent reason. Researchers now believe that there's a kind of primal language going on. "I am death," the wolf says. "Are you ready to go?" And the victim, by its actions, says, "Yes, I am ready," or "No, you will not take me now."
What if their prey doesn't know the language of death?
This is a big problem, particularly for the wolves. When wolves come across domesticated animals who do not know how to play the game, they're confused. They start slaughtering, and they have no sense for when to stop. That is why farmers have hunted wolves to extinction in most parts of the world.
Well, that certainly gives me something to think about.
I'd be curious to see the legitimacy of what they're talking about.
Yeah, the doc's definitely got a thing for wolves. Yeah, the doc's definitely got a thing for wolves. Their doctor's coat. I don't see anything in the bookcase but German textbooks. I don't see any...
So we're probably going to need that code at some point.
I'd rather ask someone who's not involved. This guy...
Oops.
I'd rather ask someone who's not involved. This guy's a little too close to the fire not to be reflecting heat.
But, like, one of the really cool things about Gabriel Knight 1 was the amount of research that went into it. The research that went into it was incredible on all of the voodoo stuff. It doesn't...
I'd rather ask someone who's...
Yeah, alright. You know, I'd be curious to see of this quote-unquote language of death. I've never heard anything on that, to be honest with you. It kind of sounds like just plot points.
That's me, Gabriel Knight.
But it'd be interesting to see if there actually is something on that.
Thank you for your time, Doctor.
Not at all.
Don't trust the Americano. So I'm curious to see how much research actually went into this type of game versus how much of it's just kind of story. But anyway, folks, this is basically where I left off the last time, so that would be tapes. We don't want that. We want to save. Save on LP2. As always, folks, thanks for watching. Tune in the next. Thanks for watching, everybody.